So today's question comes from YouTube. We have from Duskin Johnson III. What's your opinion of the whole dynamic of alpha male versus beta male? Well, I know that in a fight, I'm going with the alpha male every single time. But in the pickup community, it's very interesting because what's construed as alpha, I think, is misconstrued very much in the pickup community. A lot of guys think that alpha means like class clown. A lot of guys think alpha means being offensive for the sake of being offensive, et cetera, et cetera. Really what an alpha meant historically, it meant you could take care of yourself and you could handle yourself in a fight probably, but it meant leader, right? It means the leader of a tribe. That's what the alpha is, right? And the fact of the matter is if you're pissing people off, you're not going to be the leader of anything. Right? And if you're just like a clown, you're not going to be the leader of anything. So these guys that are going around doing things like, I don't know, lying down in the bar to try and be alpha are being fucking ridiculous, and that's just stupid, right? Or guys that go around like insulting girls to show that they can. Why? Right? If you really were an alpha male, you wouldn't even have an urge or desire or a need to show that you can be because it's just assumed, right? It would just ooze off of you. You don't need to do that. And so just being ridiculous for the sake of being ridiculous, being offensive for the sake of being offensive is not alpha and doesn't fucking work. All right. That said, being polarizing, taking some risks, playing a high risk, high reward game does work. Right. Girls have lots of choices, especially attractive girls have lots and lots of choices. So if you're an attractive girl with lots of choices, why would you want to be with the average guy? You can do better. Right? Girls are not stupid, especially genetically. Genetically, biologically, girls are not stupid, whatever you think of some of the decisions they make aside from that. So if you want girls that stand out, you yourself need to stand out. Right? And so what ends up happening in a game, you may have heard of being polarizing, be loved and hated rather than merely liked. Take risks. Play strong. Be very assertive. Right? It's those characteristics girls respond very, very strongly to, way more than the average. What a girl wants is this. A girl wants, for her offspring, genetically, she wants the man who is the best possible genes, and then she wants the guy who will stick around and raise the kids. And they're not necessarily the same thing. And when she's thinking about sex, she's thinking a lot more about the genes than the kids. So early on especially, you want to be very, very alpha. It's much better to be alpha in her mind and then convince her that she can trust you and have comfort with you after the fact. That's a really easy transition, and that's a transition she would love for you to make. She would love it if you're this amazing guy who she thinks is out of her league, and then you show her that you actually do care. And that's very easy, and she'll be all on board with that. On the other hand, if you show her you're this beta male who will plead your way into her panties maybe, it's very hard to go from that low value position and be like, no, wait, hey, I have value. I know I'm a high value. No, you're not. You're just not, right? And so regardless of even if the optimal strategy for a relationship is to be the alpha male who is willing to act a little beta for this particular girl, you can't get there by being beta and then turning on the alpha switch later. You have to be alpha first, right? It's like alpha is who you are and beta is what you're willing to do. So you can't convince the girl from what you're willing to do about who you are. But once you've established in the girl's mind that you are optimal, like prime cut of beef alpha, then at that point, then you can chill it out and be more comfortable with her and she'll love you for it, okay? But the girl doesn't care how much you like her until she cares that you're worthy of being liked, all right? So err on the side of alpha, but understand that alpha does not mean being a fucking retard, all right? So that's alpha versus beta. Subscribe to the channel. Definitely check it out. We're gonna have a lot more here. And if you want your question answered, put it down below. It's where I'm getting the questions from. All right, I'll see you next time.